So I'm gonna put the record button on, just so we could have this and be able to share. And let me see if Nadir is on. I don't know who this other iPhone person is.
It might be Tanya. I know she has the iPhone.
Oh no, it looked like a man. And then
okay.
he turned off his video.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure who that is.
You can see me now.
No, who are you?
Who am I? Okay. Let
I
me
don't-
turn my camera on.
Oh, okay. How's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm great. So guys, this is Anenhe. He is actually from Ghana. He he lives near me in Monroe. And what else would you like to say about yourself, sir?
Oh my God. You got me on the spot. Okay. A little brief about me. Originally from Ghana. I've lived in the States for about 22 years now. I try to go home.
Okay.
Is that good enough, or you need more than that?
Oh no, that's fine. I thought you were gonna give us about a 5-minute speech.
No. I'm not gonna do that. I gotta get the wife something on the computer.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's trying to get on. I don't know what the problem is. Anybody have any suggestions?
Or
he's calling in from Ghana. I don't know if it's because he's in Ghana that he's having trouble joining the Zoom, or
unless he's having an internet problem, he should be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be his connection where he is.
Okay, let me text them.
You can always call in and do audio, just we don't get any visual.
Okay, let me suggest that.
Steve, it looks like it's a gorgeous day in your neck of the woods.
Very sunshiny. It's 57 degrees in the Seattle area.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Seattle, nice. Okay. Do you live there, Steve?
I do. I live west of Seattle. So where the ferry boats go.
Yes. Okay. I've been there a few times. I used to live in the Bay Area, so I'm somewhat familiar with Seattle.
Yeah. So I live in a little town called Bremerton.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Bremerton. Okay.
But I had to run to Gig Harbor for an appointment.
Okay, that one I don't know.
It's on the way. It's right on the before you get to the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, which is
okay. Now is that the bridge?
To mainland. Yeah, that's called the old Galloping Gertie.
I was gonna say that's the bridge that kind of floats on the water, right?
No, that's up in Seattle. That's
okay.
the floating. That's the I-90 bridge. That's in the 520 bridge. Those are the floating. This is a really tall bridge up above the water. In the days when the first one was built, they called it Galloping Gertie because it ended up doing this and it fell into the water.
Wow. That
was back in 1930, so before my time.
Right, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Heading in that direction in a little bit. I'm going to Anchorage in a couple months, and I've got to stop in Seattle.
Oh, what's up in Anchorage? Or just a trip or business?
Actually, a conference.
What? That's nice.
Yeah. I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, great. So we have Cynthia who has joined. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How are you?
I'm fine. My 7 o'clock was canceled, so
okay,
that's why.
Okay,
I'm here, but I will say my battery's running low, so I'm gonna have to run out.
Okay.
And and charge my battery while we're on the
Okay.
call.
All right. Okay. I see some people in the waiting room that just popped up. 1 second. So I think Technopop, Jennifer, was Nadir.
Nadir. Yeah,
Yep,
that makes
because
sense.
he was on. I was like, who's on this early?
Yeah.
But I don't, he's on, but okay, his audio is connecting now. Because somebody did try to sign in at 6:20, and I'm like, okay, a little early, but all right.
Way early.
So we have 3-6. Okay, Nadir. Oh, there you
There
go.
he is.
Yay, the man of the hour. How's it going?
Yeah,
We can't hear you. Uh-oh.
His internet's doing that.
We can't hear you.
Nadir, you're probably best turning off your camera.
Oh. Jennifer was saying you should turn off your camera. We cannot hear you at all.
I heard.
Well, I mean, you sound like you're a robot. It's very wavery, for lack of a better word.
Old robot. New robots sound pretty good.
Yeah, they're practically human. Say something so we know you're there.
Don't know if that's a thumbs up we're getting.
I don't know. Not really, and you're frozen. I'm gonna type what I'm saying in the chat. You're frozen.
Well, and if we can't get Nadir to the signal better, we can always go over the itinerary, talk about the destination. We just won't have any pictures unless you want to throw some of those videos that we were looking at the other day.
Let's see here. Yeah, I did. So I have a private Facebook group page. Is there anyone that is not on Facebook? Anyway, I have a private Facebook page, and it looks like I cannot reduce my screen without stopping the recording.
Well, you can do a share screen.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yep.
I'm one of those 8 people in the world not on Facebook.
No, not really. There's a lot of people that aren't on Facebook, actually. Okay, somebody else is coming on. I don't know who this other person is. So let me try to share my screen. Oh, there we go. Well, here, this is the itinerary, but let me see if I could find a, let me go here. Let me go there.
Looks like it's starting to come up. There it is. It's up.
What's up? What can you see?
Your screen.
Oh,
you see
okay.
Google.
You're just logging into your Facebook, are you? Or
well, I was, but I've realized I don't have my my password, and it's not gonna let me just log in. So I'll go to the Visit Ghana Tourism and see if I can show a picture or two. But before I get started, who's the person that just logged in? Yeah, hi. Wait a second. What's your name?
Tanya.
Oh, okay, you're Tanya. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see me or am I?
we can.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
So
Nadir, can
what
you
we
hear
can-
us now?
Can you guys hear the sound of this? This is the tour Ghana.
No.
Event.
What
You
you're
can't-
gonna have
No,
to
can't
do
hear the sound.
is stop unsharing your screen, and when you go to share it, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a check mark that says share audio.
of the share screen option
Yep.
and advanced sharing.
No, down in the left-hand corner, you should see a little box that says, you click on, it says share audio in the bottom left-hand corner of it. Well, when you click on share screen.
Okay, so I need to click on share screen first.
Yep,
Oh, okay,
yep.
I see it. Share sound. Oh, nope, I don't want to go there. I want to go back here.
There we go.
Now people will be able to hear the audio.
Rich heritage. Welcome to a home far from home. Welcome to a land where nature is still pure. Welcome to where warmth flows easy. Welcome to the coast of gold. Welcome to where art begins. Welcome to one big family of football. Welcome to Ghana, Akwaba, discover yourself. Welcome to Ghana 2008. See the passion, feel the warmth.
Okay, so that one was from 2008, but what I wanted to focus on is Ghana now has a, wait a second. They now have a slogan called Beyond the Return. I'm not sure if everybody is familiar with that or not. So they had the big return when they celebrated their 400th year as, I guess, an official country, and which was in, I don't know if you can see my screen, which was in 2019. And now they have can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
And now they have like a 10-year plan. So if you look on here, you can see it's 220, 221, 223, and it actually keeps on going. I guess when they made it, 2003 seemed so far away. And as we know, it is right here. So I'm going to play this video. Then
When you go to play it, Hope, is make sure in the right-hand corner of the thing, hit the full screen button. That way everybody can see the full screen.
Okay, can everybody hear? Could y'all hear that?
There you go.
It proves to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
We will work together to make sure that never again will we allow a handful of people with superior technology to walk into Africa, seize our peoples, and sell them into slavery.
Take the shackles off my feet. Make I go, make I go. It's a battle with the beast. New Africa makeover. Let's bow our heads and pray, your Lord. Our Father, help us fight the war. Refuge, 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 na ye can wo. Refuge, 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 na ye can wo.
As a program, the Year of Return has been successful by every measure. in respect of the numbers that we have attracted, in respect of the issues that have been dealt with.
In every month of the year, there was something meaningful for people to attend. The steering committee has also tried to bring together stakeholders who will assist in ensuring that the travel and stay of people coming for the year of return is easy as possible.
The year of return and this initiative that has been launched by the President of the Republic of Ghana and Ghana itself has touched the hearts and souls of Africans all over the world. And as we are in this final month of December, it's not a final month, but it's climaxing this year. But what this year has done more than anything else has provided a platform for us to go forward for the next decade and beyond with a renewed spirit of Mother Africa, a renewed spirit for the African people to believe in ourselves, and that has been part of the spiritual meaning of the Year of Return.
If it's one thing that I can say about the Year of Return, is that all of our ancestors are very proud.
We're very, very excited. I think that the board, the GTA board, the steering committee and the secretariat have worked really hard to make sure that this Year of Return was a success.
The Year of Return was a seed that we sowed in 2019. Throughout the year, we watered it, and now it has grown into a big tree with huge branches. Beyond the return, these branches are going to bear fruit. The fruit of investment, of citizenship, real estate, birthright journeys, heritage infrastructure, marketing, and the ease of visa coming into Ghana. We can't wait. We look forward to 2020 and beyond the return.
In view of the response that the Year of Return has received from the Africans of the diaspora, we are going to build on this Year of Return in the ensuing years. In the year 2020, we are going to declare Beyond the Return, which is going to be a 10-year project to facilitate a greater collaboration between our brothers and sisters of the diaspora and Ghana, to ensure that they see Ghana and Africa as their home, ready to invest in Ghana to gain the benefits of being Africans in the diaspora.
Okay, so that is, let me see, beyond here, I'll play this one as well. I think this is another good one.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR plus 500 bonus cash and no payments for 90 days on the
We're here at Jubilee House just ahead of the citizenship ceremony that's about to take place, and there's several people from the diaspora community who have been living in Ghana for quite some time and are excited about getting their citizenship today. So Millie, you are one of the people selected to receive your citizenship today. What made you decide to move to Ghana in the first place?
My daughter married a Ghanaian, and so she wanted me to come to visit Ghana and to see my grandchildren, so I came. I came for a 3-month visit, and I didn't go back. I stayed.
So a 3-month visit turned into a permanent move.
Yes, 6 years ago. We want to build. We didn't just come to sit on the beach. We came to build and to bring our knowledge and our experience to Ghana. So that inspired me to get citizenship because I could do more as a Ghanaian.
I've always felt a part of Ghana. When I met my husband, this has always been his dream to move to Africa. He retired, and we're living the dream.
Wow.
In paradise, I call it. Seriously, paradise. It's lovely.
The day I landed in Ghana, I knew I had to achieve my citizenship. Not only for that, but also for me to be able to do the work I want to do. Not only in Ghana, but to help to build all of Africa. So it was very important for me to get the citizenship.
It feels like prophecy being fulfilled.
It means that when I say that I'm home, I'm truly home. Because when I come through immigration and they asked me, they said, "Oh, why are you here?" I said, "Well, I'm home." So now when I say I'm home and I put my Ghanaian passport, nobody questions that I'm home because I'm not showing a U.S. passport. That's important.
Ghana has a way of wrapping an arms around you, welcoming you, and saying, you know what, you're not going back. And that's how it was with me. I called home while I was here the first week, and I said, I'm not coming home.
How did they respond?
They said, be careful. And I'm like, no, it's more dangerous in the U.S. than it is there. I mean,
Wow.
it's peaceful. The people are inviting. They're welcoming. It's lovely here. I mean, it's like spring and summer all year round. Where else?
I believe that my journey started with wanting to serve, and it comes from I think a place of ignorance of what we've been taught, the lack of what we've been taught about the continent, and unfortunately, the little bit of information that we were taught was the bad things. So growing up, you're believing that there's always something bad on the continent. Inside of me, I really wanted to come to a place that I felt that people looked like me and where that it would make a bigger impact.
Welcome, wanderer, welcome. Welcome back to home. Thou hast wandered far away. Come home, come home. The words of this ancient hymn provide inspiration as I say good evening to you. Welcome to the Jubilee House Accra, and for this brief day in history, the swearing of the oath of allegiance by members of the African diaspora community as Ghanaian citizen.
Today, 126 diasporans are getting ready to swear the oath of allegiance to become Ghanaians by registry.
Okay, so I was just showing that because, you know, as African Americans, we often feel a little bit disconnected and like there is something missing. So I'm very excited that I'm very excited that you know, I have this opportunity to put this trip together, and at such a time as this, where they are having Beyond the Return. So in 2019, they had the return, and there's a 10-year plan for Beyond the Return. Let's see, and then hey, are you still? Would you like to say something?
I mean,
Hey, Hope.
I'm going to open the floor. If anyone has any specific questions about Ghana, I'm willing to share with them my experiences because I grew up there. So, I
was going to ask if you could mute your phone.
Right.
Let's
That's what I was going to
see.
ask you.
You're not talking.
There's a lot of background noise.
Oh, wait. So everybody, if you're not talking, can you mute your phone, please? I'll mute mine. Mute. So Carolyn, let's see, Ann, Jennifer, thank you. Carolyn, you need to mute your phone. Okay, proceed. Oh, wait. Okay, so
I think the background noise was coming from Carolyn's phone.
I know. Oh, here, I can mute her. Okay.
Yeah, you can mute her.
Okay, she's muted. All right. Does Damon, you had a question?
No, that I was just going to ask if folks could mute so we could hear the brother who was getting ready to speak.
Okay. So he said he just wants to answer questions. So maybe as we go along and talk about the itinerary, which I did put in the chat, and I'm going to put that in for the people who just joined. Okay, so I'm about to pull the itinerary up. I hope I don't do anything wrong. Let's see here. I'm going to go back to the Zoom. I'm rusty since COVID, and we always use Google Meet. We never use Zoom, so it's just, but let's see here. I don't have any sound to share, so let me share my screen. Does everybody see the Beyond the Return?
Yes.
Everybody can see?
So I'm a little bit jealous of your itinerary. I hope.
Why?
Let me say why. Okay, so I think you going to the most travel places, but there are other places up north that I think you may not be able to see based on the itinerary. And that's where I'm from. I'm from the northern part of Ghana, so I'm a little bit
Well, isn't that like Volta and all that?
No, it's all the way up north. Actually, I'm
Oh.
from the upper west part of Ghana, which is way up north. But don't worry, I was born in Accra. I grew up in Accra, so
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
I'm a
that'll be
little bit.
trip number 2. We got to at least get our feet wet first, right, folks?
Yes.
Yes. So, let me see.
So I think I have been to all the places you're going to go to. So I'll be more than willing to answer any questions that folks may have about.
Okay. So, let me just start with the actual trip first. So, let me go straight to the good part, which is the price for the double occupancy package. It would be $4,280 for the accommodations, the round trip transportation to the airport, our tours, our tour guides, an initial deposit of $300. Then you can get on a payment plan starting in April. I also decided to do, I had a choice. First off, I'm not used to flying, so I can't imagine flying to Europe and then flying to Africa and all that good stuff. So they had a nonstop from Dulles International, which is in Washington, D.C. So this nonstop is about 10 hours. And the airfare is $2,390. I chose Dulles in Washington, D.C. because I figured it was pretty easy for everybody to get to, because everybody's not necessarily coming from Cincinnati. So you would be responsible for getting to Dulles International Airport. And if you want to drive from Cincinnati, it's about 6 hours or less to get there. If you want to fly, you can usually get airfare for under a couple $100. So that's the price part. So then let's take a look at the itinerary. So what would happen is the flight.
Hope, can I ask a question?
Sure.
On the is the airfare from Dulles to Africa, that's separate from the 4,280?
Yes, it is. Yes. So
Okay,
let's, and
thank
you can also arrange for your own airfare. And if you wanted to do something different or take something else, you can do that as well. That is not a problem. So that's why I priced it separately. But you would leave on the 27th. And you would get there on the 28th. So part of that itinerary is arriving in Accra, and we'll be met by a representative who will assist us with transfers to the hotel. We'll have a welcome drink at the hotel, do an orientation. If you want to get some authentic clothing, there'll be dressmakers there who will take measurements and sew clothes. For the interested, for anybody that's interested in actually doing that. Did anybody want to jump in at this point and say something or have a question?
I do have a question, Hope. This is Damon. So the 4,280, that's for two?
No, that's for double occupancy. That's per person, double occupancy.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And that includes, so if you look up here on my screen where you see D, that's for dinner. So most days include breakfast and dinner. That's included. Yeah. So we're staying at 4-star, at least a 4-star hotels. And I can get into those later. So as you can see, here is the map. And the trip is going to look like a triangle. And then, hey, if you want to jump in here at any point in time, you can. So if I don't know if everybody can see my, oops, that's still not big enough. Let me see. I mean, not small enough. Oop, that's too small. Okay, so we're gonna do like a triangle. So we're gonna start at the coast in Accra, which is the capital. Oh, here comes, oh, you know what? He must have came out. He must have disconnected.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so we're gonna start at the coast. We're gonna go up north. We're gonna do a triangle. We're gonna come back down, hit the coast, and then we're gonna go down the coast back to Accra. So that should give you some kind of visual. We're doing a triangle trip. So that would be our first day. Let's see here. Oh, so did you get disconnected? I was asking if you wanted to talk about, make any comments about our arrival in Ghana and the fact that there'll be dressmakers who will be able to sew us some authentic clothing.
I think you just have to make sure you're dealing with somebody reputable when it comes to dressmaking. So if they're coming from your agents that you have in Ghana, then kudos, because going to make sure they sew the right, you have to pick the right material, right? The one that you want, right? And probably tell them what the way you want it, and make sure they're taking measurements correctly, because sometimes they can take measurements, but they go bring you something that's already been done, right?
Okay. All right.
You want to make sure they're actually getting you what you want, right? Pick a style you want, and if you want an already made dress, you must as well just go out to the street and get those. But if you're telling them to get you something, that you may want to engage them and make sure they're actually doing it to your specification. That's all I can say.
Okay.
And when you get to the airport, please stick together, because people are very friendly, right? And you just don't want to be out of the group so that people can single you out and try and take advantage of you. That's all I can say.
Right. Well,
right?
We won't be doing any of that. Everybody's going to stick together, and we have a representative that's coming to meet us at the airport. Steve or Jennifer, would you like to comment on that? As far as
what I would say about the suppliers that we use in Ghana are phenomenal, absolutely fantastic. So they'll look after you from start to finish. And also even down to the, making the dress wear and stuff like that. They'll be using all reputable people, and you'll be well looked after. The feedback, I was saying to Hope earlier on, Ghana is absolutely on fire right now. Everybody wants to go, which is fantastic. The feedback that we're getting from people that have just returned has been so good. I know sometimes the price point can be a little bit scary as well, because people think they think it's going to be cheaper, but Ghana is so popular right now. And obviously that does drive up prices, but as I said, all the feedback we've got has been so good. Can't wait to go myself, to be honest with you. Everybody seems to love it. And from a safety perspective as well, with one of our colleagues just came back and she said she felt safe at all times. But again, we'd always recommend, and this doesn't matter where you're traveling to, be smart. There's opportunists no matter where you go to. So have your wits about you. But our local guides there will be fantastic, and they will look after you from start to finish. And we have, just from a go-away perspective as well, if you were in an accident or if anything happens to you, we have a 24-hour support number there as well. So there's help at hand at any
This
time.
is very important to remember that 24/7, we're there no matter what. So reach out. If anything does go wrong, please reach out to us.
Sounds good. So I just want to share something on what you just said here. So I was in Ghana with my two daughters who are in college. They are at OSU. They bought their tickets to go to Afrocello while I was in the US. I didn't know what Afrocello was about, but I had to drive them up there, and I couldn't get a place to park. And the people I saw pretty much were people not local. And they stayed up, and I couldn't sleep because they came home around 3 a.m. Luckily, I got someone to bring them home. Otherwise, I would have gone to go pick them up. So that tells you that the young folks really like coming to Ghana. And I did see a couple of people that I would say I'm older than, or they're older than me around. So it's just a mixture of young, old, and everything. So I can testify to what happened just this past December. So.
Right. So that brings
Excellent.
up a good point. I don't know how many people are familiar with Afrochella, which Coachella sued Afrochella. Anybody that uses the Chella name is getting sued by Coachella. And so they're not using that name anymore. They are now rebranded as Afrofuture. And that is part of our package to enjoy the concert at Afrofuture. I don't know how many people know, but it's
oh, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, that concert attracts a lot of major stars. That seems like the place where they're going. I can't swear for sure, but I'm a little bit excited also because they're supposed to be filming Girls Trip 2 at Afrofuture. They have talked about it which is, the time that we'll be there. So who knows, we might be able to meet some stars there. I'm trying to pull down the itinerary, and I think because I am on this, it is not letting me do it. But I'm going to stop sharing. Can everybody pull up the itinerary in their chat? Would anybody have a problem pulling up the itinerary in their chat? Or better yet, has everybody seen the itinerary? Because it's not pulling up. I'm going to try something else and see if I can go out and come back in.
So Hope, just one more comment. I love the initial square trip, but now you have a triangle. So just.
Oh yeah, I went back to the original because actually you and Nadir did not like the second itinerary. So I went back to the triangle. So that we are going up to where you are? Are we going to be near where you were raised?
No, I don't think you're going to go close.
Oh, okay.
You're miles away from it. But I was raised in Accra, so don't worry about it. You're still going to go to Accra, so which is fine. But
okay.
Where my parents are from, my parents migrated from the northern part of Ghana to Accra.
Right.
And that's where I was born. But I went to school in the middle belt.
Okay.
So I've gone through all the places that you're going to go to. So I can
Okay.
answer any questions. So.
Well, and Hope, if you like, Jennifer, would you like to explain when they put their deposit down, what the rest of the dates are for when final is due and those kind of things?
We may not
Sure.
have that, Steve, to be the specifics on when payments due. Norm,
Oh.
I think it depends on Hope what arrangements you've made with
Okay.
Taha. But usually it's, I know Hope's put down a $300, it's a $300 deposit.
Right.
And
And
then-
then you can pay as you want up until 100 days before the trip.
Perfect.
But I do have a payment plan starting in April where, well, you pay your deposit as soon as possible. Because I have 10 seats at this point, and I have to get bookings in increments of 10. And even while I reserved these initial 10 seats, there was a hotel that sold out. So one of the things that Aninhe and I didn't mention was that that's probably the most popular time to go to Ghana, and in December. So that's super high season. So like I said, first come, first serve for these. There will be 6 payments, I believe, of, let me go back and look. I can't open this otherwise. Let me see if I can. Okay. Let me try this again. Of approximately $663. And that does not include the airfare. And let me try to share my screen again. I think I figured out what I was doing wrong. Here we go. So, yeah, so we have December 29th. Oh, wait, no. So now we're on December 29th. So we did December 28th. And so for December 29th, we have the Cross City Tour. So after breakfast, we do some sightseeing in the capital of Ghana. We visit some galleries, the W.E.B. Du Bois Center for Pan-African Culture, the National Museum of Ghana. We'll end the day's tour at the Art Center, where participants can sharpen their bargaining skills to shop for goods from Ghana and Western Africa in an open air market. So while you're there, you'll see fabrics of different materials, designs, colors, and textures. So, yes, sir.
Make sure you know how to bargain. That's all.
Right. So you got to know how to bargain. So I'm sure maybe we'll be having plenty of Zoom calls, and maybe you can give a tutorial on the art of bargaining.
Always remember to have fun with it when you're bargaining.
Absolutely.
I'm
the best part.
Apparently, I'm outdated because I've been out of touch. So, but I do know that if someone gives you a price of X, you divide it by 2 and take 10% off. That's my formula.
Okay, that's the formula. All right.
And listen, I know if they say 100, I'd say I'll give you 5, and then you work from there.
Unless they're little children, then they have to. Then you have to learn how to be. Okay, wait a minute. You know, if they send the secret weapons out with the kids, you're in trouble. Ask Jennifer.
Yeah. Steve is saying this because of our recent trip to Egypt, everybody. I got, I gave everything away to the children. Couldn't help it.
I know. It's the kids that come up with those big eyes.
Yes, yep.
Yep, I understand.
Thanks for the reminder, Steve. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
So,
bless your heart.
Yep.
Bless your heart.
So Carolyn put in the chat, she wants to know, Carolyn is my cousin. And Miss Henderson, Carolyn is Quinn's mom, Renisha's ex-husband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and my cousin. But if anybody needs a roommate, she is available, and then I can arrange for you guys to meet, maybe have lunch, chit chat, make sure that you are compatible. But so on December 30th, after breakfast, so with breakfast, B&D stands for breakfast and dinner. So after breakfast, we will depart to the Cape Coast and drive through and then, hey, you're gonna have to help me with some of these pronunciations. I'm just really not familiar, but Dinkira Kingdom to Kakum National Park. And that is one of West Africa's surviving tropical forests.
Yes.
So
you love this. It's on the way to Cape Coast, definitely. You'll love it. It's a rainforest.
Yeah, so you can choose between a 2-kilometer nature walk through the rainforest to discover the wide variety of exotic flora and fauna and the medicinal values that they offer, which is a sidebar. What kind of herbs and things can you take from there? Do they have to be dried, or you can't take anything?
So my wife and I and my kids took this walk about 6 years ago. What I saw there were a lot of honey. They had honey at the entrance and the exit, and they had some local herbs like sobolo and other things at that place. I don't know if they still sell those over there, but as far as I know, they had a lot of honey because it was a rainforest. They actually harvest the honey over there.
Well, my question is, what can we take back? I know if you're coming from Jamaica, you can take back herbs and things, but if they're not dried, you can't take it back. So
I don't want to give you the secret, but anytime you're coming from Ghana, you're on the high list, because there are a lot of things that I think the airline that you're going with, they're actually very good at you bringing anything you want. You just have to declare it when you get to the airport
Okay.
in
Well, that's-
Ghana.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Other airlines are not very good.
Okay.
So United is very good at that. People bring fish, they bring all sorts of stuff, but you just have to tell them that this is what I'm bringing, and they'll package it for you, and they will make sure it gets to Ghana, it gets here for you. Now,
Right.
other airlines, if you go through them and you don't declare, they may take it out.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. They will find a reason why you don't have to bring it in here.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. So, yeah, and I'm into medicinal herbs, so I would love to bring something back if I can. So, so you have the choice to walk either, and here's a picture of it. You can walk above the tropical forest or you can walk through it. After lunch on your own, you embark on a tour of the forts, castles, and slave dungeons of Ghana. Visit the Cape Coast Castle built by the Swedes in 1653 that was later taken over by the British. You'll learn about the relationship between the Western slave traders and the African tribes that made the transatlantic slave trade possible. It's an opportunity to stand in the dark and stuffy dungeons, imagining the experience and conditions that millions of Africans endured. This castle also houses the West African Historical Museum. So that's December 30th. And then December 31st, and I wish Nadir was here, because we're gonna have, that's New Year's Eve, and that's a big deal in Ghana. So where we'll be that night, we're going to have a big New Year's Eve party and ring in the new year. So December 31st during the day, breakfast and dinner are included. After breakfast, we will visit the Elmina Castle, also known as St. George's Castle, which was built by the Portuguese in 1482. We'll learn about the relationship between the Western slave traders and the African tribes that participated. Am I reading? Okay. Participants will witness I think I'm reading the same thing over again. To see, okay, so then after lunch, we'll explore Elmina, a fishing village that's both picturesque and gritty, charming and thought-provoking. Next, we'll meet the fishmongers in the village who will demonstrate the various stages of smoking the fish in earthenware ovens. This is a unique way to experience one of Ghana's oldest and important trades. And then we'll ring in the new year. And we have a very nice hotel on the beach. I did not, I'm going to add the pictures of the hotels to this and the name of the hotels. So then on New Year's Day, we have breakfast and dinner again. We'll check out of our hotel and drive through the forest zone to Kumasi, which is at the seat of the Ashanti Empire, to explore the legends of the famous Ashanti people whose legacies are still evident today.
So
yes.
One thing, I don't know if you said it, but at the Cape Coast Castle, there's a famous door of no return that everybody who goes there should experience that.
Right.
Absolutely. It's a door that people went, once you go through that, it used to be the door of no return. So
right.
People actually go in there and symbolize going and coming back. So,
right. I think I have some pictures of that down here somewhere. Let's see. Maybe I didn't put it in there. Okay. Never mind. All right. So I'll put some more pictures up. Okay, so then, as I said, we would be in Kumasi. We'll visit the Manhaya Palace Museum. And they have, I guess, the legacies of the Ashanti Kingdom, a regal history that dates back to 1700.
So,
and there's,
Hope, just to help you with the spelling, it's Manshia.
Manshia.
Manshia, yes.
Manshia. Okay.
Manshia Palace, yeah.
Manshia Palace. All right. So your city tour on this day will also include a visit to the famous, you're going to have Kajetia Market. Is any
Kajetia.
Kajetia. And that's the National Culture Center, which features the Primpa 2 Jubilee Museum and various studios of brass makers, potters, and batik makers. And then on January 2nd, breakfast and dinner is included. After breakfast, we will depart the hotel and devote this day to visiting the 3 famous Ashanti craft villages. We'll depart for Awia, the wood carvers village in Tanso, the home of Adinkra cloth and Bonwire, the Kente weaving village. We'll have
Bonwiri. Bonwiri, yes, Bonwiri.
Bonwiri. Okay. All right. All right. And we'll have an opportunity to see how African crafts are made and to buy directly from the artisans who make them. And that is January 2nd. On January 3rd, we'll check out of the hotel after breakfast, and breakfast and dinner is included on this one. And we'll depart for Accra again. That's that triangle. En route, we will stop on the way at Besi's Shrine, a World Heritage Site. The Besi Shrine is a traditional fetish shrine near the town of Ijisu that mediates between mortals and the supreme god Nyami. Observe the unique architect and experience the mode of ancestral worship to the ancient gods. Upon arrival, we will check into the hotel. And that's January 3rd. And then on January 4th, that is the Living Heritage Ceremony. And that day includes breakfast and dinner. After breakfast, we will depart Accra to a beautiful village located on the lower course of the splendid Volta River. We will pay a courtesy call on the chief and elders amidst traditional drumming and dancing by the villagers. We will participate in a naming ceremony of recognition where a Ghanaian name is given to participants and a gift presented as part of celebrating a new identity as a Ghanaian and a member of the local community. After lunch, we will return to Accra and we will relax, or you can do whatever it is that you want to do. And then on January 5th, we'll have breakfast and spend the remainder of the day packing and doing any shopping that you want to do. The flight doesn't leave until that evening. It leaves about 11 o'clock that night. So we really will have a lot of that day to just kind of hang out again and do whatever it is that you want to do before we depart. So that's pretty much it for the agenda. Is everybody excited? Hello?
I am excited for you.
Okay, what about the non-Ghanaians? Nobody's saying anything. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing because I can't see anything.
So Hope, typically, I'm in Ghana around that time of the year. If you don't mind, I can give you my cell or my local number. If you guys need any help whilst you're there, just give me a call.
Well, you gonna come hang out with us? Are you gonna be close?
Well, typically now I shuffle between Ghana and Nigeria because my mother-in-law is in Nigeria.
Oh, okay. What part?
Oshogbo.
Okay. Is that
the Yoruba area?
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So this past year when we went, we spent one day in Ghana and the following day we were in Nigeria. We spent a week there and came back and spent another week in Ghana before we came back. So
okay. Well, whenever you can, come and hang out and have dinner or something or whatever.
Sure.
You're more than welcome.
I'll try.
All right. So does anyone have any questions? Ann, Cynthia, Damon, Carolyn, Yvonne?
Yes. Can you hear me? Oh,
I can hear you loud and clear.
okay. I don't know why, but for some reason I can't see anything anymore. I just see the screen that says I have to tap to speak. That's all I see. I can't see anything else. But anyway, I have several questions, but unfortunately I need to get off this call and join another call. And
Okay.
it started at 8. But I guess maybe the question I want to ask before I leave is, can you send me the itinerary? Because it looks like, and I don't know if I'm joining this group, maybe a little bit later than other folks. Can you send me whatever you have already sent out with the details?
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
I thought I had sent you the itinerary. You have to open it up. It kind of folds. If
Okay,
you know what I
I'll
mean,
look
it's
and
like
see.
very tabby, but I'll resend, and actually it's in the chat. Can you get it out the chat? I'm
You know
gonna
what?
put it in the
I don't
chat
know.
again.
I can't even get to the chat. As many Zoom calls as I've been on, I've never seen, I've never had this experience. I don't know what. Oh wait, here it is. Okay, I figured out how to get to where you are now.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. And yeah, feel free to
Okay.
call me later. I'll be around.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do, because I had a few different questions. I'm trying to think. Oh, I know. So you all mentioned that it sounds like some folks in this group know some other people who have traveled there recently. Is that accurate?
Well, so Jennifer and Steve, I'm working with Go Way Tours. They have an excellent reputation for putting together reliable and safe tours. So they handle people who go to Ghana all the time. They have curated my tour.
Gotcha. Okay. And the reason I was asking that, I was thinking, because you mentioned future Zoom calls, I was thinking it would be great maybe if on a future call we could have someone join us who's been to Ghana recently, and maybe just share something about their experience.
Well, our tour guide is from Cincinnati. He couldn't get on, so I don't know if you heard us trying to get him on.
Yes,
So
I
he
did hear that.
finally gave up. He says he's in a new area in Ghana, but anyway, he used to live here. And
Okay.
actually, I guess he still does. He goes back and forth, but he's spending most of his time in Ghana. So he's a popular and political figure in Cincinnati. And we're really blessed to have him as our tour guide. And as a matter of fact, no, not Cynthia. Miss Yvonne and her daughter Tanya are friends with him. So yeah. So
Okay.
hopefully he'll be someplace where he can get some good reception and be on the next. He was supposed to be on this one. He was really supposed to be doing most of the talking. But yeah, and he'll be our tour guide.
Okay, great. And I think my last question, Hope, was I heard you mention something about groups of 10. So you're trying to book this by groups of 10? Is that
No,
accurate?
I have reserved 10 spaces. And once that's gone, I'm going to reserve some more spaces based upon the interest. And yeah, so that's all I'm saying. But it's a very popular time, and I can only promise that the price is going to be for what I have a contract for right now. So I have actually taken money out of my pocket to reserve the air and the space so that it doesn't go up.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for that clarification. And thank you so much, Hope, for inviting me to join this group. This is my first time learning about it, so I want to get as much information as I can. I'm definitely interested. So hopefully I'll be able to join you, good folks.
All right. I hope so too, Damon. That would be great.
Yes. Thanks so much, Hope. And thank you, everyone else. Thank you to the brother who shared some of the information. Looking forward to whenever the next call is.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. All right, folks. Have a good evening.
I'll let everybody know.
Yes, and I'll look for your email. Or maybe you did send it to me, and I just don't remember. But I'll look for it, and if I can't find it, I'll drop you a line and let you know if you could send it again. That'd be great.
Well, you know what, Damon? Send me your email in a text.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we'll do.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much. Bye, everyone. Have a good
All
evening.
right. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Everybody's so quiet.
I'm driving, so I don't have any questions, but I am interested.
Okay. Well, you know, like I said, $300 deposit secures your space. You can pay any way that you want as long as you are paid in full by 100 days before the trip. You can rearrange your own airfare. If you do arrange your own airfare, you have to arrange your own transfer to our hotel as well, which I guess it shouldn't be too far away. And then, I mean, that's pretty much it. So like I said, the payment plan, I think it's divided into 6 payments of $663. But if everybody would put their email in the chat, I can send you the specifics.
Well, and Hope, if you if they not, unless they're using mileage or something like that, my suggestion is to have them come through you to book the air.
Okay. No problem.
And then you can work with Taha to get that done.
Okay.
That way everything's all arranged with your group and everything.
Okay, so I could arrange the transfer. Okay, well, that's okay. That sounds good.
That way, unless they're using mileage of some kind, you know.
Okay, yeah, yeah, like through American Express or something where they have to book
that
with
way
them.
the group is all staying together.
Yeah.
I would probably jump in and say I completely 100% agree as well. Especially when you can get that nice, you know, direct United flight. And also just makes it makes it more seamless when people are traveling together. We know it doesn't always work out that way, and sometimes you might be able to get your airfare better, but from a group experience, we find traveling together just makes it easier.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Tanya, did you want to say something? Can you hear me? You're on mute. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was just typing in my email address.
Oh, you know what? Don't type. I see you driving. You can guys, you can text me. I'd prefer if you just text me. I'll get it.
Okay. All
right. Did you have any questions though?
No, everything was pretty well explained. Now I just gotta figure out it and make sure I can get off for work.
I know that's right. Well, you got plenty of time to finagle it, right?
Right. I'm starting tomorrow.
Right. And what about your mom? Is she still on the phone, or looks like she is?
Looks like she is.
Okay.
But she was, I don't know. But she's real interested. She's like super excited.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
So Carolyn, the only thing well, not the only thing, but Carolyn needs a roommate. So we'll see who else joins and who else is interested.
Yeah, I have a few.
I didn't hear you, Tanya. Did you say something?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I was saying I have a few girlfriends and they wanted me to get information first. So I'm going to reach out to them, and they're single too. So.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Well, stay tuned for the next meeting. I would say if you are interested and have any hesitations, let's have a one-on-one conversation. I will say that if you know that this is what you want to do, and you feel comfortable, you can take that link and put down your $300 deposit and lock in, because I think everybody pretty much that's on this phone is doing the initial research for other folks. So You know, we definitely want to lock in this popular time for travel. And we are going to have a great time. I am so excited. I can't wait to ring in the new year on the beach in the motherland. Okay.
Right.
So amongst the other things, you know, Afro Future is cool, but you know, I love the beach.
Right. Okay. All right. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, Steve and Jennifer, for coming on.
No problem.
And
Anytime.
Steve, I don't know where you're driving to, but you've been driving for like over an hour.
And nowhere to go, Steve, and nowhere to go.
I know. Going around in circles.
And then, hey, thank you so much. I'm so glad you were decided to come on the call. You're a wealth of information.
Yeah, I had to sneak to go pray. My prayer time was up. So
Oh,
sorry.
okay. I'm sorry. All right.
Take care, everyone.
Okay.
Bye now.
All the
Bye-bye.
best. Bye-bye.
Bye.